Yes, 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 yo. Good morning, you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Waiting for some people to get on. I know this is not my normal time, but we're still going in. Let's let YouTube do what they do and notify people. So let's get into that. We're going to let YouTube notify people before we go in. We'll get some people up in here. Son.
This is for the steppers. Put your hands up, hand.
What's up, son? Son in the house. You the first one in here, son. We're gonna let a few more people get in here and we're gonna go in. How you feeling, son? You ready for your Vegas trip? I got so many people hit me up saying, Stone, I'll be in Vegas. What's up, you guys? Welcome in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you're coming in, you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you're coming in, please. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're gonna get into it in a minute. I'm just waiting for some of my regulars to come in because y'all used to me going on at 11, so people ain't expecting me to go on now. So we get some more people in and we're gonna go in as YouTube send those notifications out because we know they don't send them out too fast. Welcome in, moderator Cambodian Mystique. We're doing our random switch up times. But we got a good subject we're gonna talk about today. Just waiting for some more people to come in. So we're just gonna chill and wait for a minute, let some more people come in. Let's see how many people we can get in here early. Here we go. What's up, Lisa? What's up, you guys? Oh, Sonya, you on your lunch break? Yeah, we're gonna go in a minute. Just letting a few more people come in. We're gonna go in because, like I said, I know this is not my regular time, but you know, we gotta bring it in. I gotta bring the news in when I can. You feel me? So we're gonna go in a minute. But the story is interesting, though. Very, very interesting story, you guys. Very interesting story. Give me a few more minutes and we're going to get started. Hold on, y'all. Okay, we're about to get into it. Yeah, this story, man, when I tell you this story is interesting, this story is pretty damn interesting. But I'm trying to see how this story is going to unfold. That's what I am trying to see. So let's jump into it, you guys. Okay? Give me 1 second. Lyrical, you're gonna love this story, family. Javon, this story is an interesting one, brother. It is an interesting, it's an interesting story, brother. Okay. Welcome in, family. It's Trish and Nicole. What's up, Trish? Yeah, thank you for some. And I know this time, you guys, I know this is not my regular time, and I apologize, but, you know, I want people to get used to me going on at pretty much any time. So I don't want to have a specific set time because I might bring things to you at different times. So I kind of just want to switch up just to get people used to. I'm still going to do my 11 o'clocks on some days, but I might come in and do exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. This story is interesting. And so we're going to see the opinions of my folks that come in here because it is really a quite interesting story. Trump says the Smithsonian focuses too much on how bad slavery was. A White House official told NBC News that Trump plans to expand his review of the museums beyond the Smithsonian, which is based in Washington, D.C. Y'all ready to get into this, man? This is interesting. Barbara, what's up? What's up, Barbara? Lisa, hi. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you're used to 11 o'clock, but I want to be able to go on at any time and give you certain news and information. So I'm here right now. This story is interesting, you guys. It's really interesting. And as we get into it and I unpack it, we're going to have a great conversation about this, because this is the beginning of this. And I think it's going to fuel a lot of focus on this topic. What's up, Bridget? President Donald Trump said Tuesday that he has ordered his attorneys to conduct a review of the Smithsonian Museum. Now check this out. Calling their portrayal of U.S. history too negative and focused too much on how bad slavery was. Now, we're going to get mixed emotions about this, y'all. I can already see it. Flash Josh, what's going on, family? We're going to get mixed emotions about this, y'all. I see it coming. Now, me, on the other hand, I see this working both ways. I don't think necessarily it's a bad thing what he's doing, and I'll tell you why as I continue to unpack this story. Flash Josh, what's happening, family? T-Rex, what's happening? T-Rex said, I'm not surprised that the Antichrist you talking about. Yo, no, but T-Rex, honestly, as I unpack this, I'll tell you my opinion. And we can go back and forth. We're going to disagree and agree. We're all going to, because this story is interesting. At first, I didn't really care for it when I read it. But then as I got into it, I was like, there's some points there. Trump said he was subject the museum to exact same process his administration has been conducted of universities, with the goal of making the Smithsonian less woke. Now, that I don't like. When you use the word less woke, I don't like. Genoway 19, what's up? I don't like less woke. Personally, I don't like the word less woke. That bothers the shit out of me. I'll say that. That bothers me. We're going to get into the things that I think could possibly be an awakening for a few different situations as I continue to read. A White House official told NBC News on Tuesday night that Trump plans to extend his review of the museum beyond the Washington-based institution, saying the president will hold the Smithsonian accountable and then go from there. Now, what the fuck does that mean? What are you holding them accountable? What are we holding the Smithsonian Institute accountable for? All they do is keep the history archive. Gina, what's up? It's good to have you here, Gina. I don't know if you're a new subscriber, but if you're not, we would love to have you, Gina. Make sure when you guys come in here, you are hitting the thumbs up. We have 22 people in here. Please, out of love, hit the thumbs up, and I appreciate you for that, as well as hitting the hearts. It costs you nothing to do that. Marito says, I don't like when he says no kings. More to life. Listen, I'm in agreement, but I also don't like when people say the word Smithsonian's goal. It says conduct university with the making the Smithsonian less woke. I don't like the word less woke. Somehow less woke seems to be related to African Americans and minorities. I don't like the word less woke, and just in people in general. Hell, less woke. You guys be careful with the word less woke. Oh shit, said let's talk about the DC. DC has seen zero murder. Yes, I agree with you, and I can't wait till they go to Chicago. I'm gonna be honest. I wish they had done Chicago first. They need to get in Chicago and kick ass right now. But we're going to get into this story. And let me read the topic, the title again. Trump says the Smithsonian focuses too much on how bad slavery was. Now, don't jump on me for this. My minority folks, my black folks, Hispanic folks, don't jump on me for what I'm about to say. Please listen first. And we can disagree to agree. It's okay. We're adults. That's what we're all here for, to be able to talk about stuff, right? Stephen says, I don't like the word woke. Less woke. I don't like the word less woke. Stephen said, because you guys are the ones executing it. Stephen, when you say you guys, I don't actually understand what that means. You got to be a little bit more clear, brother. You can come in here. I love people, and moderators do not block Stephen. Let him speak his piece, because this profile, this platform is for people being able to come and speak. I want all kinds of people of every race to be able to come in here and be honest, and I want us all to be able to listen to each other. It doesn't matter what a person say. As long as they're not in here speaking racist to each other, we're not saying racist things, we should be able to express our opinion, and I love that. So I like Stephen's coming in here, he's speaking his opinion, and I'm okay with that. But just be clear, Stephen, when you say you guys, because that's sounding rather racist when you say you guys. So what do you mean, you guys? Be clear, please, sir. Barbara said, is he going to close the African American Museum too? The one Obama finally opened, the one Bush commissioned before he left office, because they were talking about over 100 years. I'm not sure, but there's some things that are happening that are just kind of like have me going, Bridget said Trump states he likes the uneducated. Gina said President Trump is not saying negative on black. Exactly. Gina, listen, I've had this argument over and over again, Gina, and I'm trying to, for all my African-American friends and Hispanic, I'm trying to make people see a dynamic, because people use the word racist very loosely. And I tell people we work with a lot of racist people, but, you know, people want to say that our president is racist. There's racist people you work with. Racist people live on your streets. So my only problem with this is, and then I'm not defending anything, I'm just making a point. If we're going to use the word racism, then understand that it surrounds us every day and every minute. That's all I'm saying. It's around us every day and every minute. We can't pick and choose when we want to use the word racist. If we're going to say people are racist, then we need to start talking about every day and every walk of life and things around us, because it's kind of unfair to just pick and choose when you want to choose things that are racist towards you. I think that that's not cool. That's just my opinion. Lyrical said, I honestly feel he was mad because he doesn't own any of the property of the Smithsonian. They own a lot of the property, which could be capital to Trump. Yes. See, you're looking at this from a different angle, Javon. Me too. See, I look at the business part of this. I don't look at just the black and white element of it. Leo said, what's the topic about? Brother Leo, so listen. So Trump says the Smithsonian focuses too much on how bad slavery was. Now, when I saw this topic, it kind of had me kind of like steamed a little bit, but I said, let me not be steamed. Let me go and properly read. Leo said, Mr. Paxton, what do you think about make America great again really means? Let me say something to you, Leo. Do you think I'm a dummy or some shit? Don't sit here for 1 minute and think that Mr. Paxton is a dummy. Anybody knows what that fucking means, but that's not the point I'm making. Okay? We can have a conversation without us being upset with each other. That's what being an adult is about. We can actually even have conversation with different races without being upset, as long as they don't say racist stuff to us. Now, black people say racist stuff to black people as soon as they say something they don't want to hear. So all I'm asking you guys to do today is have an open mind and listen. Who doesn't understand what make America great means? It's just like a black person saying make black America great again. We would know what that means. So don't think I'm a dummy, because I'm not. I do have degrees, sir. Which means shit, really nothing. It just means you can learn. Another Mexican said, I love racist restaurants. They always add secret sauce to all my... Yo. Another Mexican. Hey, bro, listen. Thank you for adding the laughter this morning we needed. Oh, I know what it means. I mean, but that's kind of like you and I, that's neither here that we know what that means. It's a bigger picture to this, though. And I'm just trying to make people see. Because my thing is it doesn't matter if we had an Asian president and he was doing more for Asian people, then we would call him racist. Or if he would not seem to stand up for certain things that us minorities believe in, we would call him racist. It's a fact. That's just how things go. But all I'm saying is, what's up, the Big Dice Chronicles? What's up, family? All I'm saying is, if we're going to use that word, racist, let's keep it 100% solid. You got racist people. Your boss is racist. Sometimes the mailman is racist. Sometimes the person that come cut your yard is racist and you paying them and don't even know. Why do we pick and choose who we feel like seem to be racist? But at one point, Trump seemed to be the cool tea of the day when he wasn't president. All the hip hop artists was hanging with him. I'm just trying to paint a reality picture for you guys. I ain't trying to take up for nobody. But I do get tired of seeing people pick and choose when they want to say things are racist. Mind you, our President Obama didn't do shit for black folks. Now we can keep going deep with this since y'all won't let me finish talking about what I want to talk about. Gina said, my children are mixed from white and black. They're American first. There we go. Thank you, Gina. Exactly. Fort Lauderdale said never. Dex and Dog said woke are two different states of mind. The Israelites were lead to land to worship our God and live in harmony absolutely with each other. Thank you. So thank you for that. Dex the dog. Dex, listen. So here's the interesting part. This is what they say. With the goal of making the Smithsonian less woke. It says less woke, not less awake. Isn't that interesting how they worded that, Dex? Thank you for that, Dex. I appreciate it. Leo says, sir, when was America great again? Ask yourself that question. I don't need to debate with you on this. Leo, you know the answer to that question. You can post it if you like. I know when America never really was great, but I know when it was great for the people that feel like it needs to be great again. And we all know that, especially black folks and Hispanic folks. We know. Brother Tom says, Stone, I appreciate and thank you for being a man of character with discipline and always listening to understand who comes from a world where communities and to help reach and need. Thank you. Listen, Brother Tom, I appreciate you. I appreciate Leo. I appreciate Dex. I appreciate Gina. I appreciate my buddy to hop on here, another Mexican, because here's the thing, you guys. We can't have these kind of conversations until we get people on here who challenge certain things that are said. And I do appreciate that. Believe me, this is not an argument. This is a discussion of understanding, just like the gentleman that came on here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but I understand what he's saying. He said, let me see what he said. It was a gentleman that was on here earlier. He said, what did he say? He said something interesting, Stephanie. He said, because you guys were the ones. I'm still waiting for you to tell us who you guys are, Stephen. And please be careful with using words like that, because it's like me saying you guys. If I'm going to say white person, I'm going to say white people. So you're showing a form of racism, because whenever people use the word you guys, you're pretty much telling me you're not black. That's what you're telling me, because you don't have to say you guys. You can just keep it real. Listen, you can come to this platform and speak your mind, and we're not going to be mad at you. Just don't say no racist shit. You can actually say you black people or you black folks, and we'll listen. We're here to listen. But what we're not here to do is not talk to each other in the proper way of respect. Time said America was never great for black slaves. It was great for people in Mississippi, Alabama, Indiana, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and what did Time say? North Carolina, pick a state. When was America great? It was never great for us, Brother Time, and that's what I was saying. I'm waiting for the dude earlier. Now, that's coward shit. So when you get people on your live and they say shit and they can't finish what they saying, especially saying, you people, say what you got to say, motherfucker. Don't come to my live and not speak really what you want to say. And it's the problem with white folks. Notice I just said white folks. Come in here and be honest. And it's okay, white folks. Come in here and be honest. Like you could say, listen, we're going to listen. You don't have to hide behind the fucking computer. Come in here and say what you got to say so we all can have a real conversation. This is not about indifferences. This is about the difference that you have made it. So if you come in here, like you made the difference coming in saying, you people, you made it different. Just come in here. Come in here and have a conversation, please. That's all we want. Don't come in here halfway saying little stuff to us, you people. Somebody else came a week ago, came and did the same thing. They love saying you people. T-Rex said it's all part of his plan and nobody's going to do a damn thing about it. Exactly. I'm still waiting on the cat that came here and said you people. But it seems to be a coward move that I guess he wanted to get his rocks off by coming in here and saying you people. I guess that made him feel good today, you guys, because he didn't get to confront black people in public, so he can come on my live and say you people. Hold on, I'm trying to see where he's at again. Because he came in here and said you people. Hold on. And I told my moderators not to delete it. Now, Mystique, you didn't delete that, did you? You didn't delete that comment. Or did he delete it himself? I mean, that's weird. Yeah, he went back and deleted his comment. Isn't that interesting, you guys? Now, I'm a fair person. I can have a fair conversation, you guys. Fort Lauderdale said, stop. Stop what, Fort Lauderdale? Please stop using one word and half sentences. Or I'm just going to block you. Fort Lauderdale, finish what you're saying. Stop what? What do we need to stop, Fort Lauderdale? Please explain. I can't stand people that come in here and use half sentences or one word, one-liners. It is annoying as shit. We're too grown to come in and use one word like we in high school and half sentences. Y'all too grown for that shit, man. Make sure you guys hit like as you're coming in, please. It's 13 likes, so we should have more likes, thumbs up than that, you guys. Come on now. Time says, Stone, all I know is slavery days, no slave had one thing to rely on, and that was their faith. And you know they had patience without their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. How did they make? Exactly. Not only that, have you seen that movie with Will Smith? Oh, that cut is a song of mine called Love on the Dance Floor. More to Life mag. It's called Love on the Dance Floor. Follow me on Spotify, featuring Alan McNeil from Troop. That's one of my singles. Thank you. Everybody always asks me about this song. Dex said, Azareth is the name of this land. Dex, you and my cousin would get along great. He'll come in here. My cousin Ty, yeah. You guys will love each other, man. You guys speak exactly the same way. And I'm hip to game, Dex. Thank you. I love when I get brothers that come in and they place the element in there. I love it because I don't have to do it, and that's why I appreciate the people that come on my live. Gina said, my girls are now grown, receive racism antics from everyone because they had black Irish men. Yeah, I know. Gina, it's hard for a mixed child because they're going to get it from all sides, but it's going to make them stronger as they go. Fort Lauderdale said, talking about Obama didn't do it. Fort Lauderdale, hey, you guys, watch this. Fort Lauderdale, give me 20 things Obama, basically, I'm going to bring it down. Give me 10 things Obama did for black people while he was in office. 10 things that he did to change black people's lives. Right now in this live, watch this, y'all. Give me 10 things. I'm waiting, and we're all waiting. See, you must be new to my live, and you must don't know, because we know. So give me 10 things right now that Obama did for the black community that changed and was pivotal for the black community. 10 things he did. Name 3 or 4 people, black men he got out of prison that were wrongfully convicted. Let's start with that. And then name some laws that work for the black community. Everything was for other communities. But give me 10, I'm waiting. And we'll sit here patiently. And I want all you guys to pay attention to Fort Lauderdale 3430. And let's see the 10 things that have changed the black community that Obama did to change the community while he was in office. Let's go. Y'all quit playing games with me. Black people love saying shit, but they don't like showing shit. I love my people, but come on, man, let's be real with each other. And I'm not saying Donald Trump done some great shit, but Obama didn't do shit. The Big Dice Crown said, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen, you guys, for real. Hit those hearts, man. Let's keep the algorithm rolling. Brother Time said the same people that depressed does black slaves that was you, that you was better than you have to burn the church's masters, couldn't break the fabric and the faith black slaves had. Did you see that movie with Will Smith, Brother Time? Me and this guy the other day were talking about that, and he was like, man, the faith of black people to be able to make it through all the stuff that our ancestors have made it through. More Life Mag say all drug dealers. More Life Mag. I'm trying to tell her to give me 10 things that he did, things that were pivotal that changed the black community, laws that advanced the black community. Because I'm not saying the administration we have now has done a lot of shit, but there's a lot of things that were done that Obama didn't do. That's for damn sure. Now, some of those things might have not been good, but there's a lot of good things that were done too. I want her to get, whoever Fort Lauderdale is, him, her, to give us 10 things that have changed the black community. We would think if we had a black president, there were going to be things that were going to change our community. Things that were going to happen that would change our community. And I've not seen. CC Funk, what's up, family? The Big Dice Chronicles say, please don't say Obamacare because exactly. And don't use Obamacare because that shit was from another administration. They just gave it a new name and called it Obamacare. And for the ones that don't know, CC Funk, what's up, family? For the ones that don't know, Obamacare was already there. Let's continue to read, you guys, while we're waiting on Fort Lauderdale to tell us 10 things that have changed. They probably on their research and trying to look up some shit and they ain't gonna find shit. 10 things that have been pivotal in the change of the black community. Let's continue to read. Smithsonian, Trump wrote, the Smithsonian is out of control. I don't know what, I'm trying to understand what he's saying they're out of control. Where everything is discussed is how horrible our country is and how bad slavery was. Slavery was bad. And how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future. Now there I don't agree. Trump administration is saying all Smithsonian talks about is how horrible our country is and how bad slavery was. But the thing is, you can't take slavery away. Slavery was bad for all parties involved. It was bad, and it doesn't matter what nobody says. That will never be changed, and that is history, and it should be spoken as the exact same way it happened. He said nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future. So basically, he wants to erase all the conversation about slavery and paint a perfect picture when I wish it was like that. This country was never based on a perfect picture for black people and people of color. He said, we are not going to allow this to happen. And I have instructed my attorneys to go through the museum and start the exact same process that has been done with colleagues in universities where tremendous progress has been made. He added. Now, Smithsonian has not immediately responded to the request. Now, I like the fact that he is saying, now, it's a double-edged sword with me. I don't like when a person says they're focusing too much on the bad. But I do feel like the story can be told in a way where, how can I say, man? Because I do feel like we need to start, and I'm not going to say rewrite the story, because you can't rewrite a story that was already lived and the people went through the persecutions. But I think that it should be adapted in a way to where, I think the problem with me, it sounds like white people are bothered with the slavery topic. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I think. It seems that people are bothered by the conversation, like the dude that came on and said, you people. When I used the word woke, he said, you people created that. Gina said, NBC isn't saying it like NBC said. Exactly. Like the dude earlier, I said woke, and he said, oh, you people created that. Whoever that guy was earlier, and then he went back and deleted it. So that he's a coward. Whoever that was a complete coward. And if you're listening, yes, I said it, you're a coward. Because you couldn't even finish saying what you're saying. You say you people, just say black people. We're not offended if you say that. We're offended if you say the N-word. We're offended if you say black people in a certain tone. If you use the word in a certain tone where it's offensive. But typically we don't get bothered when people say black people or black folks. So you still could have had a conversation and learned something today, sir. But you came here instead and said, you people. They love saying you people. That's code word. It says the White House has waged war on several colleges and universities, pulling millions in federal funding from schools like Harvard, Columbia, and Brown, alleging they fostered anti-Semitic climates and lowering the hammer on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Some of the schools have reached agreements with administrations, walked back some of their DEI efforts, pledging to comply with federal policies, and in some cases, paying the government hundreds of millions of dollars. The Trump administration last week began conducting an unprecedented review of exhibits in Smithsonian ahead of 250th anniversary in efforts to make sure they comply with Trump's visionary history. How many more years do we have of Trump? Is it 3 more years, you guys?
This is for the steppers.
Do we have 3 more years? I think 3 more years, right? If I'm correct. The Smithsonian received a letter signed by the White House Management and Budget Director Russ Bond last week, instructing officials at 8 of its museums to turn over information about exhibits and plans to commemorate the country's 250th anniversary within 30 days. It's instructed the officials to implement content correction where necessary, including replacing divisive language. NBC News found in May that at least 22 artifacts once on display at the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture on the National Mall were removed, prompting questions from historical leaders. One artifact included a book belonging to Harriet Tubman, which was filled with hymns she was believed to have sung when she was leading enslaved people to freedom. The Smithsonian, which comprises 21 museums, 14 educations and research centers, and zoo, is the world's largest complex of its kind. The bulk of its funding comes from Congress, but its curatorial process is independent. What are we going to do, you guys? If they do decide to pull the history of slavery out of the Smithsonian Institute, we would have to teach only in the Black community. This is kind of crazy. Kenny, I saw that. Brother Kenny crazy. Brother Kenny, you funny. Some Brother Time says, Stone, Trump have people in place to run for 3rd term, something that has never done in America history, and you watch. Yes, I agree with you. Listen, let's be honest, my folks on here. If we had a president, I'm going to show you the psychology of us as humans. Here's a real reality, a throwback reality. Because once again, we live in a simulation. If we had a teenager that was our president, if we have some, and we were voting teenagers in, and they were 18 and 19 and they can be president, we would always have something to say. We would say they're not fit. Now, I'm just showing you something now, because I'm just showing you there's always going to be an argument. Nobody's ever going to be 100% happy with nothing. Once we understand that, then we're able to work with something. Nobody is going to be 100% happy with everything. Once we learn that, we're able to work with something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So it doesn't matter who's in office. It could be me, President Stone. It could be President Time. It could be President Javon, President Barbara, right? President Cece, President Kenny, President Dot to the J. Dr. J say they ruined the term woke nowadays. The original meaning is nothing like the watered down version we see. I agree with you. And our brother, who was on here earlier? It was a brother that was on here earlier. I don't know if he said some deep stuff. He reminded me of my cousin. Where is he at? He said something interesting. Where is he at? Where you at, brother? I'm trying to find you. I'm looking. I can't find him. He said something deep, though, and he was right about his analogy. I can't find him, but he was on here earlier. He said, no, Dex. Brother Dex said something deep. He talked about awake and the meaning that it's not being used properly the way that it's supposed to be used. So there's a guy that got on here earlier. He said, "You people created the wake or something like that." I'm like, dude, bro, go somewhere, dude. Like, why are you coming on here, dude, and talking crazy to us, dude? Like, why, man? Like, bro, if you're gonna come in here and leave a comment, bro, like, seriously, man, like, leave a serious comment, bro. Dude, seriously, dude. More to Life said, fund our own colleges, museums with music concerts. Exactly. Music concerts, and then educate the community at the same time after that with some sort of conference. And Tuckman said, Orange Man is the least of your eggs. Thank you, Anna Cupmans. Thank you for that. See, what I love about these conversations, we have different people to come in and lay down different things that just, it hits so beautiful. More to Life said, fund our colleges, museums, and that's something that could work. But know this, there's always going to be an argument. As long as we are human, we're never going to be 100% happy with nothing. I mean, that's just the psychology of a human, right? I mean, let's think locally. In everybody's city, your precinct committee person, alderman in your ward, is everyone truly happy with the decisions they make? And we argue about that. But some of us don't get out and properly vote on the local level, which affects the national presidential level. And we don't even understand that. And then we get presidents that we complain about. And then we get presidents that we complain about when we had a chance to make a difference. If we felt like we really wanted to make a difference. And now we argue with each other on things that seem to be trivial and things that we know. Words like woke and awake. Things like make America great again or not. The things that we already know. And we argue back and forth our opinions about what. And we get where with our opinions. The only thing that makes a difference is we move in numbers and we move as a community and understanding. No, I haven't heard about baby Emmanuel, Barbara. Bring us up to speed. So, all I'm saying is, woke, awake, awaken, not awoke, make America great, make America not great again, make black people great again, black people not great again, make people not ignorant again, make people smart again. Why are people not smart? I mean, you hopefully you're understanding where I'm coming from, you guys. We'll argue points. And then when it's time to properly vote, we're not even paying attention to local principalities and voting in our area. But we'll get online and we argue about things that we think that we have power over when we're just talking. Janet, hey Janet, what's up? Damaged Kisses said the slogan should have read, make humanity, yes. There you go, Damaged Kisses. That would have made more sense. Make humanity great again. Facts, because we're not hearing any other country say make their country great again. We're not hearing the UK say make UK great again. We're not hearing that. CC Funk said, my comment went by. I said, Obama didn't have the House and Senate, but Trump does have the House and Senate for him passing everything he wants. There you go, CC Funk. Remember that conversation, CC Funk, I had, I think maybe 15 videos ago, I said, Obama never had real power. Damaged Kisses said, we suck as a human race. Obama never really had the authority and the wherewithal to move forward like Trump has been. And, CC just broke it down. I'll read what CC Funk said again for those that might not be aware, because some are not. Some just are floaters. Some of us come in here, we want to be, tied in, and we're not truly tied into the concept. CC Funk said, my comment went by. I said, Obama didn't have the House and the Senate, but Trump does have the House and Senate for him passing everything he wants. Now, I will say this to you guys. As much as we argue about this president, that president, at the end of the day, I know some of you don't agree with some of the things that we see, and I'm not here to make you agree, but he is our president. And we do, at the end of the day, have to acknowledge the fact that that is our president, whether we like it or not. We also have to acknowledge when you go to work and work with that racist boss that you know that doesn't like you, that will not give you a raise or a higher position, that you got to deal with him every day. And you've acknowledged that and you actually respect that. This is the issue I have. Authority is authority. We don't have to agree with the authoritarian movements, but when you go to work, damn sure you're going to agree with that boss because you know he holds that your paycheck. Time said, do that. Was my movie stay consistent and healthy? Absolutely. I'm just showing you a psychology and mental aspect of people. You will argue about what you don't like about your president, and that's everybody has their opinion. I will never try to change. But you'll go to work and that boss that is not your president, you're going to yes, sir, and no, sir, your boss, when you know your boss probably don't even fucking like you. So make that one make sense. My thing is, if you're going to stand up for something, stand bold and 10 toes down. Or that's hypocritical. Because we can place opinions on someone that is our president. And mind you, he is our president. But you won't go to work and tell your boss to fuck off. But you'll get on here and say something about your president who runs your country and your leader. Now, mind you, I'm going to have people upset with me saying this. I'm only showing you an analogy. So don't take it personal. Don't get your panties in a bunch and don't get upset with Stone. Please. Don't get upset with me. I'm just giving you logistics. Dot to the J say Paxton. Dot to the J, I'm trying to show people something, right? CC Funk said, well, I didn't vote for him, so he's not nothing, you know, everybody has their opinion. Barbara said, God is my president. Well, and that's okay, Barbara. But when you go to work, that boss is your president. All of y'all. Y'all can play that, y'all can play that Sambo if y'all want. I love y'all. But that's what you're doing. Because my thing is, you live for something, you die for everything. You stand for something or you fall for everything. So if you believe in what you say you believe in, you should feel that same way about your boss at work. You should be able to go work and say, F you, boss. F you, boss. Well, you retired, but that money, your retirement money still comes from your job. I'm sure you got retirement, Barbara. Those that are getting Social Security, retirement, still coming from somebody that's don't look like us. And some of it comes from our taxpayer dollars circulated. But the decisions that were made to give that money is still coming from a higher up. So all I'm saying is 10 toes down. If you believe in something, be that way with everything. Don't be 5 toes in this and 10 toes in that. Barbara said she's been 10 toes down the whole time. She says, I've said that to several bosses and you are still able to walk away with your pension. Then that's amazing. And I respect that. I just have an issue with people that talk all the talk, but they go right to work and they don't talk that Trump shit at work because some jobs don't want to hear you speak about our president in an ill way. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm just giving you the logistics. I'm not taking up for nobody. I'm just giving you logistics because I believe in if you stand for something, then you stand tall for that. Gina said, we need to understand God is almighty and Trump is our president, one nation under. Gina, that's all I'm saying to people. That's all I'm saying. It's like we don't, listen, it's like the black and white subject. We can all disagree and we don't have to live alike, but we damn sure got to get along with each other. This is all I'm trying to tell people because somehow there's this campaign of whatever. People don't apply that same campaign to their daily life at work because they worried about losing their jobs. CC Funk said, one time I gave my boss a finger and he fell out laughing. Your boss has a great sense of humor, CC. CC Funk, your boss is funny as heck. Barbara said, yes, I work hard for my retirement. Peace and Pax say, yo, us, your real name, Paxton, mine is as well. What you say, you, us, your real name, huh? Give us your real name. Peace Pack. You're not a subscriber to my channel. That is my real name. Go Google me. I don't know what you're coming on here asking for my real name for what? All you need to know my real name. That is my real name. Y'all see this Peace Pack, who's probably not a subscriber to my channel, said, yo, us, your real name. Paxton, what? Mine is as well, huh? I'm sorry, brother. If I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, please break it down to me, because I don't want to misunderstand what you're saying. Maybe you're not saying that. I'm not sure. Barbara said, if we don't stand for something, we will fall. And Barbara, I said that a minute ago. CC Funk said, I'm never kissing DTS. He done gave it a name, the group DTS. Dr. the J say, let's go, Dex. He's spitting the truth. You guys, listen. All I know is my mom raised me to respect a few things. My teachers, my elders, the police, and our president. That's the way it didn't matter who was our president. That's what my mother raised me. She said, when you learn how to respect, your respect never ends. You have respect for all people. We can't respect one person and not. You don't have to respect a person's policies and ideas, but you still have to respect that that's your president. That's all I'm saying. And I know that a lot of you don't want to hear me say that. And I'm not taking sides for nothing. I'm just being realistic. If you go to work and somebody approaches your boss in disrespect and comes in that door and there's 10 employees coming at y'all boss wrong, y'all gonna go hard for y'all boss. You might sit back at first, but if the dude's trying to come at your boss, you guys are gonna actually step in and say, hey, sir, hey, somebody call the police. Barbara said none of the presidents are for us. So, and that's where I'm going with. If you're gonna put one president in a box, then throw all of them in the box. But don't dare point one finger at one president like one president has come in and made the world just the worst thing ever. When this motherfucking world is, when this world has been the way it's been. This world has been the way it's been before any of us were here. Peace Pack said, just thought it was cool. I laughed. I never met another person named Pax. Oh, wait a minute. Your last name is Paxton? Peace. Yo, your last name is Paxton too, bro? Peace Pack. Are you subscribed to my channel? Here's another thing that we do in the African-American community. We'll argue semantics and all kinds of other trivial stuff. And then at the same time, let me show y'all something. For all my black folks on here. Somebody will get pow-powed in our neighborhood. We'll be looking out the window and see it. And then we'll close our blinds when the police pull up and they come knocking on the door. We say we know nothing. These are the same people that don't like. Oh, your first name is Pac? Wow, bro, that's crazy. Man, listen, that's a royal name, brother. It's a royal name. We're royalty. Peace Pack, we're royalty. Your grandson name is Paxton, Barbara? Wow. You guys, listen. In the African-American community, there's a no snitch policy. And that's not just with the young generation. That's with even some of the OGs will see stuff and won't say nothing. Peace. Thank you for dropping this up, family. I appreciate you, brother. We need more Paxtons up in here, family. Okay, I will, Barbara. When I get off this live, I will. Maybe I'll do a story about that. Time says, Stone, if you didn't respect that my pops will come home and make me understand and then tell me to go wash his car and go wash the back porch. Brother Time, see, that's all I'm saying, right? Shouldn't respect not just extend with our immediate family? Should it not extend beyond that? Shouldn't respect be extended through the boroughs of life, right? Shouldn't it extend over moments in time, right? Intervals, time and space, shouldn't it? Just like we respect mom. Mom can't change no international laws. Mom can either give us respect, dad can either give us respect and show us how to have it or not. But I just think it's interesting as a community, it's a lot of work that us African Americans have to do. First of all, we got to learn how to listen to each other. That's the number one thing. And, we have to listen to each other before we can even go sit down and talk about who the hell we going to vote on that's going to make a difference. If we've not been able to listen to each other, how are we going to make a difference with even coming together to vote for the proper people that need to be voted in? Inner issues. Because one thing about white folks, they will talk to each other. One thing about Hispanic folks, they will talk to each other. One thing about Asian folks, they will talk to each other, their community. They gonna talk. But only Hispanic and Black community has a no snitch rule. Every other community, you do something wrong, you getting reported to the police. So how do you stand on 10 toes when you don't even believe in the law? Because you believe in your own vengeance or going and, taking the law in your own hand when you know that's not what you do. Or you're not a police officer. But then we have people who go take the law in their own hands, right? In the Hispanic community and Black community. It's what we do in the Black community and Hispanic community. Every other community, they see they people doing wrong, they calling on them. They gonna call the police. But what I'm trying to show you is the minority community, especially Blacks and Hispanics, will argue about things that we don't like with our presidential situations, but we will not argue about shit in our community and things in our community that are not right. We won't. We will not argue about things in our community that are not right. We won't. Why? I don't know. But that's the real start of this, you guys. Do understand that is the real start of this understanding. Because how can we sit and talk about a president when in our community it's clear that we have some discrepancies with who's the guy that came down the street and pow-powed the neighbor's cousins? Gina said President Trump is we the people. Stop the lies and chat on him. And this is what I love. We get people in here that will speak their truth. All I know is, Letha, what's up? Thank you for stopping, Letha. I thank you. You guys, listen, hit the hearts, man. Let's boost this algorithm up. I know this is not my normal time, but I would love for you guys to hit those hearts, and so we can keep this algorithm boosting. All I'm saying to you guys is this. Listen, and think about what I'm saying. If there is no unity in African American community, how can we ever have any unity in general to speak upon something that we feel is injustice to us? You see what I'm saying? CC Funk said, I'll say it again, Mr. T don't give one about any of us. I mean, I agree with that. But have any of the presidents? None of them. No one. And this is why our discussion is great, because we can disagree with each other and still have a great conversation. And I love that. I love for everybody to be able to speak. But name one president that's been great for any of us, since we want to get on that. Because what I will not do is allow anyone to put any presidents in great light like all of them were the best thing for all of us, when it's all the same, Republican or Democrat. There's nothing different. And you just have to wake up and realize that. People are barely good for themselves. And then we think that every president that we've had has been great. No, come on, man. We would be lying to ourselves if we say that. Because where one doesn't do something, the other one does. And where the other one doesn't do something, one does. It's never going to be perfect for infinity until we're no longer here. And when we're gone, it's still going to be the same story written over and over again. Now, I will say, I can't wait till Trump send them troops to Chicago. I mean, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I am looking forward to it. This should have been done a long time ago. Yes, it should have been done a long time ago. Bridget said, Gina, we understand your point of view. Many to not agree with you, Gina. Yeah, and here's what the good part about this platform is. I want everybody to come in and speak their opinion. Black, white, Hispanic. I want people to be able to come here and speak their opinion without anyone being upset with them. This is what I want. I want everyone to come in here and speak, and we all respect each other's opinion, and we don't have to fight with each other. We listen to their opinion, we see what they post, and we respond. And that's what maturity is about, adult conversations. If your president was in front of you, you would have a respectful conversation with your president. And so we should respect everyone that way, like you respect your boss. All of us should have that same respect for each and every one of our opinions. Because that's how you come up with understandings. Because if I can understand why a person thinks one way, it'll help me understand why I think the way I think, and then vice versa for that person. You see what I'm saying? This is why this is beautiful. This is what we have to do every time. So I love when people come in my comment section and they place their true opinion. Even when they tell us, like, I've had some interesting people come in here and talk about racism from a Caucasian point of view. And I've respected those people, and I've thanked them for coming in here. Dex said, Lincoln and JFK are our best examples for their efforts. Lincoln wasn't. Dex, go and really research Lincoln now. Because Lincoln had slaves too. We need to go and research Lincoln. Now, Kennedy, I'll give you that one. But Lincoln, I'm not agreeing on that one. Lincoln, nah, I ain't agreeing on Lincoln. I'm sorry. Man, I said he did great for Cambodia. Long he works with the ASEAN Council to step a foot down on bringing peace agreement between Cambodia and Thailand, although Thailand continues to violate the ceasefire. Yeah, and that's another thing. What's going on in Cambodia right now? Something that needs to be rectified and stop so that the people of Cambodia don't have to deal with what they've already been through. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's unfair to the Cambodian community. Hopefully Trump can go in and straighten that out. I mean, he is our president. I'm hoping that he can get in there and he can fix that. Because right now, those people are suffering. Barbara said, yes, Stone, I told Auntie Mickey about baby Emmanuel and she found the whole story appalling. It happened here in the same, wow. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. CC Funk said, Gino, I'm not giving one. Hey, you gotta respect Gina, man. Gina, wait, not you just got to. Gina, Gina's giving her opinion. I mean, you just gotta, we gotta respect each other's opinion, even though we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to like your opinion to respect you. I respect you because you can be honest with your opinion. You see? That's a real good lesson to learn. We should really respect people for being, even a person that is biased towards you. Should we not be able to respect them for saying, hey, I don't like you? Me personally, I've always liked people that could say that they don't like me. Even though I've said, well, why don't you like me? Bridget said the world has stopped sending packages to America because of terror. Yeah, it's crazy right now. I've always respected people that could say, hey, man, I don't like you. And I say, well, why? I don't know. I just don't like you. You know what? It's weird, but I have a level of respect for that person who can just be transparently honest. What I worry about is those people that can't. Those people that are standing right in front of us and that are lying to us. That's my issue. I have issues with that. Dex said, I see you, Pax. Pax was emancipating here we go. Dex said, I see you, Pax. Was emancipation a lateral move or freedom from slavery? I say a lateral move from the plantations to, there you go. Listen, brother Dex, you can come sit on the couch with the microphone in front of you, brother. You get, now we talking. See, Lincoln didn't do that for the sake of black folks. It was a reason he did it. And for years, I was the same way. I thought Lincoln was all black. Lincoln did this for black people. And he didn't. It wasn't about what he was doing that for a reason. It was for another agenda. Though he paid the price for freeing slaves, he paid the price, just like JFK did for his agenda for wanting to see rights. But Lincoln didn't do that just to be a great, great, great guy. Let's be clear about that. And Lincoln wasn't 100% Caucasian either. Gina said, packages being stopped from other countries, by USA made then. Barbara said, yes, when the overseas ended, the officers came to be. Yes. Dex said he did it for the State of the Union. Yes, he did, Dex. Yes, he did. Now, let's go back and think. Can you imagine the black people back then, what they thought of Lincoln, how much they praised him, and how they were enthralled and amazed, just like when people saw a black president, they were falling out like they saw Michael Jackson in concert. When I saw black folks falling out when we had a black president, I knew it was the beginning of the end. I was like, oh man, black folks don't get it. It's not gonna be no real change. Like, why are we falling out? I'm sure black people felt the same way back then, especially back then with no social media. They probably was geeked up when the word was getting out through telegram. Freedom. Freedom to all slaves. Freedom. You have your freedom. All slaves, you're free. Can you imagine the thought of that? Being a slave back then and you hear that word free. It's like a taste of lemonade in the hot summer southern heat. Hit those hearts, you guys. Let's boost up the algorithm. If you're coming into my live, please hit the thumbs up. Please, 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 please. That's all I ask. Doesn't cost a dime. Hit the hearts and hit that thumbs up. Dex said, the common denominator between the two is the money control. Lincoln equals greenbacks. JFK equals silver certificates. There we go. Listen, my boy is up in here putting down the receipts. Now, I'm telling you now, I love it when people come up in here talking that talk. Dex Dog came up in here talking, and he is delivering exactly what I'm telling you. Now, I like when I speak and then I have people come in and bring in the receipts as I'm talking. I love it. It's like commentating at its highest level. I just love it. Thank you, Dex. Gina said, point is, President Trump is the most popular president in history due to nonstop positive accomplishments for all American people. Y'all heard what Gina said. You guys heard what Gina said. I know y'all don't like what Gina's saying. Bridget said, Gina, where are the factories in the USA to manufacture items? Trump's merch comes from China. Gina, you hear what Bridget said? These are great. Listen, we're having great dialogue. This is what adult conversations are about. This is what I mean, that we can should be able to sit in the same room and have conversations like this all the time. This is beautiful. This is amazingly beautiful. I love it. I love my chat room. I love my subscribers because you guys make my day, because I don't have ignorant subscribers. You guys come in here and you lace out knowledge. All of you guys are knowledgeable, and I love you guys for that. Gina said, China has good stuff. Yes, they do. But China needs us as much as we need them. And that's just a fact. They make a lot of money from us, as well as we do from them. I love smart people, you guys. I live every day for the intelligent folks. All my intelligent folks that have come into this live and that are making my live a profound live today. Thank you, man. Thank you, because you logged on, man, and you're saying some things that's warming my heart. Doesn't matter what you say, you're talking, but you're talking with facts. Even people don't want to hear those facts. You're talking with facts. And thank you for that, because this is what we need to keep spreading the truth and conversations. Maybe that's what I should change. Instead of conversations with Stone Paxton, maybe I should call it Truth in Conversations with Stone Paxton, or just Truth in Conversations. I do like the Stone conversations with Stone Paxton, but I like the truth in conversations also. Cherry, welcome in, Cherry. It's good to see you, Cherry. It's always good to see you when you come in here. Yes, yes, Cherry. Hit that thumbs up as you're coming in, Cherry, and I appreciate you. More to life. Welcome, welcome. I thought you were already here, more to life. Dex said America was great when it was a producer, not a consumer. We have to get back to work creativity using our God-given talents. Now, I like what Dex said. Dex said America was great when we was producers and not consumers. I agree. Grow your apple trees in your yard. They made us believe that when the fruit fall off the tree, it was going to create a mess. You guys remember that back in the day, they say, oh, the city would send a letter saying you need to either cut your fruit tree or clean up the mess or get rid of it because it's causing mess on the sidewalks. So we all start believing the narrative and we got rid of our fruit trees in our yards. Gina said, I said, buy American made if you aren't receiving overseas. There you go, Gina, exactly. We need to build our factories again here. We need to initiate all that again. That's what his plans are. T-Rex said, I don't know, it makes it to, I don't know, it makes it to where he can run for third term. You might not be done with Obama yet. Hey, T-Rex. Bridget said, Gina, so everything you purchase are made in America? Gina, Bridget's talking to you. Leanne said, hello, Stone in the chat. What's up, Leanne? Dr. the J said, meanwhile, Orsini family rubbing their hands together like Birdman. Dr. the J, you're so funny. Bridget say, now you know, backtracking. Now you backtracking. Bridget talking to you, Gina. She talking to you, Gina. Come on, Gina. Bridget on you, Gina. CC Funk said, why do so many bend down and kiss DT dirty underwear? Hey, make sure you guys don't put any caps in the comments. No caps, please. Gina says, I purchased from eBay, so wherever it's from, I just roll with it. There you go, Bridget. She says she purchases from eBay. Wherever it comes from, she rolls with it. It might be coming from St. Louis, Bridget. You never know. Mississippi Mounds say, read German Citizens' Diaries, 1930s, 1940s. Mississippi Mounds, thank you for that. Mississippi Mounds said, read German Citizens' Diaries, 1980s, 1940s. Pay attention to what Mississippi Mounds just said. Read German Citizens' Diaries, 1980s, 1940s. Mississippi Mounds, are you a subscriber to my channel? If not, please subscribe. I appreciate you. Please subscribe and hit that thumbs up and give me some hearts so we can boost this algorithm up, you guys. It costs nothing to do that. If you like the content I am bringing to you, please like, share, and subscribe. And donate. I'm actually going to stop reading comments to really ignite people to donate in my super chats. I will only probably start reading either people that are members of my channel, comments, or people that are donating super chats. Because y'all ain't showing no love up in this joint. Y'all got to show some love, man. Mississippi say I'm subscribed. Thank you, Mississippi Mounds. Please go read what Mississippi Mounds said. Read German Citizens' Diaries, 1980s, 1940s. I love reading, so I am going to go read that, Mississippi Mounds. I appreciate you sharing. I suggest all of you, any name that says Mississippi Mounds is giving you advice to go read a book like that, you probably should go read it. Because Mississippi folks know some things, Southern folks know some things we don't know if you don't live in that area. Take Heed, it's called. Mississippi Mounds said it's a good read. I'm going to give you guys a name. You guys are my stoners, as in Stone Paxton's folks, So, you see me out on the road, I come to your city, I'm like, those are one of my stoners. But you are also my intellectual folks. Yeah, man. You guys are my intellectual folks, man. You guys are so sharp, man. And I've been on a lot of different people's lives, content creators, and I have to say, I feel like one of the luckiest content creators because I have so many intellectual folks. I don't have the weird, crazy folks up in I've had them. I've gotten them before. But for the most, I have some intellectual folks in my comment section. And I love you guys for that. Mississippi Miles said you can compare their diaries to what is happening now. Oh, yeah, I definitely can't wait to read this. T-Rex said, Donnie's playing dumb, but don't be fooled. The whole planet getting that work this time. Yes, they are. Yeah. He's sharp at his moves, T-Rex. CC Funk said the fact he wants to talk about slavery wasn't so bad means he would prefer it to be that way. Yeah, I don't. CC Funk, I said I keep it 100, right? Stuff like that I don't like. I'm bothered by that. I'm truly bothered by that. More to Life says I'm sharing on a lot of Facebook posts also. Oh, you share my lives? More to Life, thank you if you share my lives. That's one of my intellectual folks. That's my new name I'm going to give y'all too. My intellectual folks. Now, one of my intellectual folks right here, More to Life, she shares my stuff on her Facebook page. She shares my live on her Facebook page. So I appreciate that. It would be lovely if you guys would do that because it would make a world of difference to me if you would do that. I want to gain more attention of people that want to use their mind in a proper way and people who want to have intellectual conversations. So share my live, you guys. Cousin, family, friend, even niece, nephew, they can learn a lot as well. We talked to the young NO. Bridget said, if we do not learn from the past, we will repeat the same mistakes in the future. Oh, and that's what we're seeing happening right now, Bridget. Right? Do you agree? We're seeing that right now. We're seeing I call it a repetitive loop. The turntable is stuck. The needle is stuck. Literally, the needle is stuck, and it's looping back and over again. Bridget say, yes, I do. The needle's stuck on the record player, you guys. That's what we're seeing. We're living in a huge loop that's looping over and over and over again. That's what we're dealing with. And it's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy to think that we're living in a loop cycle. Yeah, that's what we're living in. Due to repeat the same thing again tomorrow. Here's the crazy part about it. How many people have you met will say something to you today, and within an hour on the phone, they've said the same thing 20 times? We truly live in a loop. I'm telling you guys, we live in a loop. We literally live in a loop. It's a loop. It's a human loop, repeated repetitively over and over again. And we're loving it. Because we're not correcting anything. We're going and doing the same thing over and over again. That loop. That cycle. And where do we insert the change at? Where does the change of insertion of difference to embetter that situation happen? Surely the intelligent folks that I have on here get what I'm saying, which means we should be the ones to make that change, because when one person makes a change, you've actually touched 10 people. And if we can keep that going, then we can actually make a difference, because it's not going to be done overnight at all. Dex said, insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I'm not insane. Grounding. Thank you, Dex. And Dex, listen, I have this thing that I say to friends of mine. If we're on the phone and they say the same thing over and over again to me, I say, bro, you've just said that 5 times. Now, some will say geniuses do that. Some people say, oh, no, that's a sign of a genius. I don't know. Because I'm thinking, my thoughts are, if you said it once, and even twice, I give you 2 times. You don't need to say it 3 and 4 times. That's my thought. And so I tell my friends, bro, you've just said that 3 times. Please don't say it again. Now it becomes annoying. Damaged kisses, I'm not loving it, but I also feel helpless in my situation. I feel I have no control over and can't change. Not an excuse, just my truth. Damaged kisses, you feel like you have things that you don't have the power to change every day. Are these things within your own reach? Are they? Are these things with, like, right in front of you where you can actually go, okay, let me grab this, touch this, and change this, turn the knob? Do you have control to turn that knob? Do you damage kisses? Do you have control to turn that knob? If you have control to reach out and turn that knob, then you can do it. Damage kisses, you got it, baby girl. I'm telling you. Because if we can reach out and grab the knob and turn it, then we can have that control to make that change. Vanna said people with a certain health conditions with their memory loss or dementia, they don't have control. Now, we're not talking about people with dementia. Chef Banner, we know that's excluded. We're not talking about people with dementia. We're talking about healthy people with their mind and their faculties in place. We're not talking about, we know people with dementia, we get it. And there's some people that could have dementia to make them do that. But me specifically, I'm talking about people that they have the wherewithal. There's nothing wrong with them. And that is scary if people are repeating themselves over. That's something they might need to think about, because that could be early onset dementia. I mean, if somebody's in their 20s or 30s and 40s and if they've been repeating themselves all their lives, it could not be dementia. It could just be they have some sort of disorder where they repeat the same thing over and over again. Barbara said, I can't control what the president does, so I tune him out. There you go. That's the power we have. You could at least do that if you don't feel like it, if that's how you feel. Mississippi Mound said, Chamberlain and Hitler discussed the territory of Czechoslovakia without the leader being involved. Putin and POTUS discussed the territory of Ukraine without Zelensky. Yes, they sure did. It's history repeating itself. Dex said, apply my last statement to the current election system. Get it? Oh, Dex. Brother Dex. Oh, yeah. Brother Dex, I'm with you. And that is a fact. Brother Dex said, I'll read again. Insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I'm not insane. Groundhog Day. Look out your window, you guys. Brother Dex just broke it down to you. CC Funk said, if you love DT and all his ideas, and he thinks he's smart and cares about people and not himself, have at it. I don't and never will. Well, unfortunately, CC Funk, I respect your opinion, but unfortunately, we're stuck with that until we're not, because that's our president. So we're stuck with it, and we're stuck with our leadership, and that's just how it goes. And we've been stuck with our leaderships before we were born, and after we were born, and when we're no longer on this earth. That still applies. So that's something we got to look at, you guys. Something we got to look at. I mean, it just is what it is. But I get what you're saying, CC Funk. hey, you guys, CC is holding to, CC say, I ain't having it. He called it DTS. CC, you crack me up, man. My intellectual folks on there, you guys are amazing, man. Yeah, I mean, you are, man. You just really make me laugh, because you guys come in and say some of the funniest stuff. Thank you for hitting the hearts. Whoever's hitting those hearts, I appreciate you for that. Hey, CC said DTS. CC Funk, you have some real creative names you come up with. So if the Smithsonian Institute goes in and removes anything that's of slave history, then how will we teach the younger generation about our past ancestors' histories? Will we have to go underground and teach this. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know, you guys. I just had a thought. So if this is taken out of the Smithsonian, will this be a law that's going to be passed that said slavery can't be taught? The history of it. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And if he says that, will a law be passed that states that anybody teaching that history can be locked up? Is that the direction that we're heading? That would be kind of scary to know. Damage Kisser said, I do have a peeve when a certain person I know is bothered and annoyed by me repeating combos. I'm in cancer. It takes me a long time to process. Not because I don't understand. It just is what it is. No, I totally get that. Some people take a minute to process stuff. I do get that, Damage Kisses. I really do. Dr. the J say, Trump, deranged. Y'all funny, man. Barbara say, Bridget say, Barbara, I agree. I'm saying, let's fast forward to the future. Is this a setup to take this out of the history books and make it a non-teachable moment of history? And also say, if this is taught, then we're going to prosecute and take you to jail. That's what I'm wondering. Because if it's taken out the Smithsonian Institute, then what's next? Something to think about, you guys. What's next? CC Funk say we not because, well, think about it. If we have to depend on black people teaching black history with slavery, it's not going to be done. Y'all know damn well it's not. Black people are not going to teach slavery to their kids. Some of these kids don't even know anything about slavery right now. So if it takes the black community to teach within their communities, then we're going to be in trouble. Because who's willing to teach kids that don't want to listen? Because that's the society we're dealing with this generation now. Alfred Hernandez said, not the whites. Yeah, they ain't gonna teach us. The community would have to teach, Alfred. And black folks just ain't gonna teach. They're just not gonna have the patience to teach their kids. Now, I grew up being taught black history and the contributions to black folks all over the world. But not every black person is privileged to grow up being taught those things. But do we really think my black folks that's on here, my intellectual folks, all my intellectual folks, black, white, Hispanic that's on here. Hispanic people teach their history to their kids. Yes, they do. I've seen it. Asian people teach their history to their kids. Yes, they do. I've seen it. White folks' history, they don't, in America, they'll say Europe, but I don't really see them teach their history. They'll say to their kids, oh, you're Irish, you're from Ireland. But they don't, a lot of Caucasians I've noticed will take on other people's race and history and culture. But the Hispanics, Asians, even the Africans from Africa, the real Africans from Africa that come over here, they teach the history to their kids. But black Americans, there's not many of us. It's a very small percentage. Around 1 or 2%. And maybe a little bit more that teach their children about the history of black. We have to depend on going to school in America, learning about black history one time a year. Henceforth, why a lot of young black men don't know real black history. Dex said, I believe it's a strategic move to bring the actual history of this. Hold on, let me see. Dex said, I believe it's a strategic move to bring the actual history of this and land and earth. Who was the land stolen from and why? Deuteronomy chapter 28. I believe so too, Dex. Alfred said, always we do also. You see what Alfred said? Alfred said, they do. Hispanics do teach their kids about, and I know. I got Hispanic people in my family. They teach the history to their kids. Barbara say, we also teach our children our history. You teach your kids, Barbara? Think about it. Okay, as a black person, okay, think of 10 of your friends right now. I want you to just randomly think 10 of your friends. and ask yourself, have those 10 friends taught their children full Black history, Black inventors, Black creators, the history of Black slavery, when it started, how it started, contributions of African American? 10 of your friends. And if you could say yes on here, that 10 of your friends have taught that to their kids, and we're doing good. If you can't, we still have an issue. Leanne says, still we got to tell our children and our grandchildren what the schools don't. That's what I did and still do. They know about our Black history and all that was done. And we do have real life stories. Absolutely, Leanne, that's what I'm talking about. Alfred said, true. February, the shortest month of the year. Yes, it is. Love Matters. What's up, Love Matters? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Alfred said, word. Barbara said DTS. Y'all got me, I'm not gonna say that word, but you guys have me on the floor rolling with this DTS wants to end Black history. Yeah, I do see that movement happening. Barbara said, yes, I do teach my grandkids because they are mulatto. Yeah, the mulatto grandkids need to know because they're the new Black race. They're the Black race of the future. All mixed kids that's mixed with Blacks, that's the new Black race in the future. And they definitely need to know. Black folks are not about to teach their kids. They'll teach them how to twerk. Forgive me, y'all. They're gonna teach the twerk mission. They're gonna teach about the ops. They're gonna teach about the girl down the street. If she bothers you, tell her mom to come because you're gonna take care of her and I'm gonna take care of her mom. We're gonna squab in the streets. They'll teach that. But when it comes to teaching things in the Black community that will grow our people and our community, we lack. Because I've had conversations with young Black men and women that didn't know anything about Harriet Tubman. And it shocked the hell out of me. I've met young African-American men and women. I've talked about Martin Luther King. They say, I've heard of the name. I'm not kidding you guys. I've heard, Martin Luther King is, yeah, and that's a holiday. That's what they say to me. Have you heard of Martin Luther King? Yeah, that's a holiday, right? I said, no, do you know anything about it? No, I just know it's a holiday. This is what's going on in our communities, you guys. Love Matters. No, we're not saying Harriet was the first. We're talking about just Black people that young Black people should know. Y'all got to listen to my conversations now. Pay attention before you comment so you understand what I'm saying, please. I'm saying young Black people do not know these people. And it's horrifying to me. Dex said, we are people of the sun. How are you going to give me one of the coldest months of the year? Black history and month should be July. Yes, it should be. Love Matters say, I'm just saying. Well, if we're going to say love matters, we got to make sense in just saying. I get you, though. I feel you. Lyrical said, our race loves drama. Hell, they don't even know about Michael Jackson, so I don't expect the youth to know about anything slavery. It's sad. So this is the generation we're raising, right? This is the generation that's supposed to say, this generation in trouble. They're going to sell out in the future if we don't get them right, y'all. Mississippi Mountain said, before school was integrated, Black history was taught. Bingo, there you go. It sure was, because that's all we had, Mississippi Mounds. Listen to Mississippi Mounds. Before integration, we were taught because we had to school our kids with our own knowledge and our own history. Listen, Barbara said they call him Martha Luther King. Did you see the ignorance in this generation? If we're counting on our grandkids saving our future, the Black race is in trouble. More to Life said, my grandmother was always ordering encyclopedias, sets, history books, Bible studies. I remember Pack was a reader. Yep. More to Life. I remember them days, you have the thesaurus sitting in the living room and all the dictionary. Wasn't that a beautiful time? Unsupervised said, you should be looking at the education system. What are they teaching? Unsupervised. It's not the education system job to teach our kids. Come on now. Talk to me. Are we really going to depend on the education system to teach our kids the stuff that we should be teaching them? Hispanics don't wait on the education system to teach their kids about the Hispanic history and the Latin history of their forefathers. Why should we wait as African Americans for somebody to teach our kids the shit they should know? Mississippi Mountain said, before integration, Black history was taught 24/7. Yes, it was. Unsupervised said it is. What is unsupervised? No, we're not going to look at the education system because it's not their job to teach Black people Black history. It's their job to do exactly what they're doing, teaching their American history. Love Matters say, please get our kids in touch in tech. It's crucial, start them from young. Yes, tech as well as knowing their history. What good is technology if you don't know your history? Because when it comes into play where you can be a tech person to make a difference in your community, but you don't know anything about your community, and now you're a big tech person because you started young, and then now you work for this big corporation, but you think you're half white because you're mixed, and because you don't know your Black history, you don't know anything about your Black history. So now you could be a tech guy that could actually change something in the Black community, but you don't want to do it because you don't know your history. So yes, tech and knowing their history. Dex say, get the Encyclopedia Britannica of 1793. Ooh, yeah. Tataria, that's one of the best ones. Unsupervised say, education is teaching. You guys, listen, I want you to look at unsupervised. I don't know, unsupervised popped in. I'm not sure if you're a subscriber to my channel. I'm not quite sure, but the name doesn't seem familiar. I appreciate you being here, but I'm still waiting for you to make sense. Education is teaching, but you're missing the point. Are you Black, unsupervised? Because you missed what I said a minute ago, which leads me to believe I'm not sure if you're Black. Unsupervised said teachers are paid to teach your kids. So you can't be Black because you've missed the whole, well, there you go. I knew you weren't Black because you don't understand what I'm saying. So here in America, let me explain to you. They teach African American kids, and I appreciate you coming in here. I really do. I got a lot of friends and family in Australia. I like that you came in here, and I love that you are placing your opinion. So here in America, they teach Black history one time a year. Rest of it, they teach a tainted history of America where they force this history of America down people's throat. A lot of it is lies. So when I say that Black people should teach their kids the history of Black, they should, because it's only taught one time a year. Now they're talking about taking it all out of school. If you don't teach a person who they are and where they're from, then how are they going to grow and know? How are they going to pass that on to their kids of who they are? If I think that if somebody tells me as a young kid that one of my legs is short and the whole time both of my legs have been long, I'm walking with a limp because psychologically you told me that one leg is short. So I start walking with a limp when I got both legs that are the same size. Until one day I wake up and look at myself and go, wait a minute, both of these legs are the same size. Why have I been limping? That's the dynamic of what I'm saying. Being food. And they teach the American Black history they want to teach. They don't even teach it right. Love Matters say unsupervised. Trust me when I tell you, they don't teach. They really don't. Love Matters says so they can start their own companies that hire our people. And yes, know thyself, commit new history. Exactly. T-Rex said Black people need to get as ready as possible for what's coming. Drop the Ratchet TV series, drop the designer garbage. All that you better start going to the range, get your ammo up, get up, real talk. T-Rex, they need to be educated. And people do need to protect themselves. And they do need to be aware. And all the TV, I don't even watch the Ratchet TV shows. I don't watch, I like Tyler Perry, but none of his shows, I feel like he's not educating his people. Because to me, the shows are not, they're just, it's the same old strip club stories and the stripper and this. And I'm just like, we got to educate our people, man. Unsupervised, Lyrical just left a comment for you. Bridget says, CC Funk, I agree with we are on the same page. Yeah, Bridget and CC, y'all be in here kicking butt. Barbara said a lot of the school districts have already taken Black history out. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm president. Do you see that? A lot of the schools here in the U.S. have taken Black history out. Ask yourself, I'm president, why do you think they did that? Dex Dog say there are advantages to not teaching a lie. Exactly. At 10HP80 say, I'm from a different culture. Why can non-American black people say the N-word? For all my black folks in there, please educate 10HP80. He says, I'm from a different, and thank you for asking this question. This is what I love about my intellectual folks and my subscribers that come on here. They'll come in and ask a real serious question, and we're gonna give them a serious answer. And I appreciate you. 10HP, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. 10HP said, I'm from a different culture. Why can non-American black people say the N-word? Can you guys please share with 10HP80? Please share with 10HP80 why. Everyone on here that's black, please share to 10HP80 why. Why non-American black people say the N-word? Unsupervised teaching starts from what we call home training. Most kids don't care for schools also, and some are bad, so the teachers don't care to teach, but they care about the check. Lyrical said that, represented that to you, unsupervised. Anna Mae Lee, are you African American? Anna Mae Lee, are you African American, ma'am? HP80. Someone just responded to Dot to the J responded to your message. Anna Mae Lee, I agree with you to a certain extent. I agree that the same criteria is teaching, but listen, it's time to move on. I agree, but how do we move on from a history when that's still kind of being repeated? But do you agree? Let me say this. So you feel, I don't know if you have kids, Anna Mae, do you think your kids shouldn't be taught black history? Niger is definitely a tribe. Deep Kumar. Yes, we're going to pray for you, Deepa Kumar. Please pray for my. Yes, we sure will. Don't worry. Deepak, we'll keep you in our prayers, brother. Okay. Anna say, I don't want my kids taught slavery. So Anna Mae Lee has an interesting outcome. Anna Mae Lee, are you mixed with black and white? Or are you 100% black? President Supervisor said, it seems the N-word has become a term of endearment. It's hardly offensive. Well, when you're black, you wouldn't look at it like that. I'm president, trust me. President said, it seems the N-word has become a term of endearment. It's hardly offensive. Wake up black, and then I love President. Listen, you know, you remind me of, there's a lady by the name of Dodo from the UK. She comes in and she's very honest and real pure with her comments. And this reminds me of that. I would love to say something different to you and lie to you, President. Unsupervised, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's not really. It's just that the kids think it's hip hop because they listen to the rappers, and a lot of kids of different races use that word. So that's why to you it probably seems like it's not that big of a deal. Black folks use it with each other. Now, back in the day, during slavery, black people would say Negro. And then that migrated from that to the, you know, well, it's always being said the other way. But black people would call each other Negro, not the other way. So now in hip hop, it's used so much the younger generation calls it hip hop. It's part of culture. They feel like it's okay to say it. But I will say one thing to you, President. Ask yourself one question. Eminem has been the only white rapper that has never used that record in his songs as a rapper. Dot to the J said, my mom would slap the Cheerios out of me for using it. I learned fast about that word. CC Punk said, because they can. Unsupervised said, it's not used all over here. Yeah, I go back and forth overseas a lot. Australia, UK to perform. Unsupervised, so yeah, I know. Mississippi Miles said, it is offensive when I hear music within this and that. Yeah, me too. I do the same thing. Barbara said they say N-word here in the South. They take pride in saying. Anime Lee said, honestly. Yeah. Listen, I get it. That's one of the biggest arguments that we have, you guys. Some of the elders don't like it. Like, here's the thing. Like, I do have this thing, like, if young kids are around the elders and they're using that word, I tell them, hey, man, listen, don't use that word, man. I don't care if they're black or another race. I say, listen, they was raised at a time where that word was attached to other stuff. Anime Lee said, you fight someone for saying that and we get locked. Exactly. Now, Anime, I agree with you. I've been called that word. You know what I do, Anime? It's going to crack you up. I actually call them that name back. It don't matter what race they are. I do it with enthusiasm, too. Listen, I do it with the highest level of enthusiasm. Unsupervised said, out of respect, I don't use it either. Out of respect, but it gets thrown around a lot between black. Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. And it always will, because it's a community thing in the African-American community. And it's something that, really black people don't like to discuss, explaining to you why, because, it's a word that was created in a derogatory way to describe them. So with each other, black people use that as a term of endearment, but don't get it twisted. There's black men that have passed away over that word being used. Because even if a black man says it in the wrong way, he can get unalived by another black man. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. He can get unalived by another black, trust me, because it's the way it's said. So don't think that just because I'm supervised, listen, black people can say it to each other, don't think that that gives a black person a pass either. I have seen black men lose their lives over that word alone. No longer here. Mississippi Miles said, I just walk away from the conversation if they use it. I don't listen. Mississippi Miles, I'm different. If they use it, I use it back the same way. Nah, Anime Lee, you're wrong about that. Not the way I say it. I'm talking about when they use it in a derogatory way. Oh, I use it back, and believe me, it turns heads and they get embarrassed. Oh, trust me. Supervisor said, because you can't hit someone for saying something. It's the whole sticks and stones will break bone. Now, legally, using racial words is considered a crime. So you could actually, put your hands on something if somebody used that, and you're kind of protected under that law. But I don't suggest people to do it. I wouldn't do it. I would just use the word back. Or they would have to literally touch me for me to do that. Yeah, I'm supervised. Let me tell you something. I've literally witnessed in Chicago one guy calling this guy the N-word, but the way he said it is like somebody of a different race would say it in a derogatory way to a black person, and a dude unlived him right there on the spot, right in his head, right there on the spot for saying it. And every black person on here will tell you I'm not making this up. Just because the word is there, even black people got to watch how they say it to other black, not every black person, but certain black people. Like if you say it to a street guy and you say it the wrong way, you might not be alive too long. Me too, Anime. I'm the same way. They got to put their hands on me before I do. Yeah, I'm like that too. Leanne say we give them what they want. Unsupervised said, that's crazy. It's the truth, unsupervised. I kid you not. Mississippi Miles said, I understand, Stone Pie. I just don't have patience, much respect. Yeah, I got to make them feel that same energy. So I'll say it back. Now, I'm not going to put my hands on them. I'm president. Let me tell you something. And Mississippi Miles, I've had people come in my comment section in here and say that and thought that I was going to freak out because they said it. Listen what Dot to the J say. Man domed them for the disrespect. No joke. See, Dot to the J will tell you it happens in our community every day. It's like we forget. And it's almost like we look at it like somebody of a different race calling us that when it's called a certain way, when it's said a certain way to us from a black person, we snap. And we treat them just like we would treat another other race. And they'll be laying on that ground, done. Leanne said, yes, give them what they gave you, Leanne, and I'll be giving it to them. And believe me, they get embarrassed. They try to get me to stop saying it. they try to get me to stop saying it. I say it loud, too. I say it back the same way they said it. All right, you guys, listen, that's my time. For all of you guys that logged on today, man, you've been lovely, you've been beautiful, my intellectual folks, and all my cool folks from Australia, all my new people. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Even the idiot that came on earlier and said you people, I thank that person for coming on. But most of all, thank you guys for being you. I'll catch you later on the day, maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'll go on again, probably at this time or 11 a.m. Let me read this one more. Unsupervised says, same with school, pow, the stuff, bad shit crazy. They need to find. I talked about that yesterday too, unsupervised. Go watch the video. What they do, is it bullying or what? Yes, you are correct about that. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate you. I'll catch you guys. Make sure you hit the all notifications. And if you're on your phone, download the YouTube app, or you're not going to get my notifications. Please download the app on your phone and then hit all notifications so that when I go live, you get it. Peace and love, and I will catch you guys later. Ciao.